let's start from the beginning of Young Woo. Where did you grow up at, and talk a little bit about your upbringing and what schools you attended.
Okay, I grew up in a Pueblo del Rio housing projects. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I attended Holmes Avenue Elementary, Holmes Avenue Early Education Center. That's the preschool. Thomas Edison Middle School and Huntington Park High School.
And that Holmes Avenue Elementary School, it's actually in the projects, right?
Yes, it sits right on 52nd and Holmes between 51st, 52nd. It sit right there.
Okay. And growing up as a kid, you must have saw a lot of stuff in those projects.
A whole lot, man, a whole lot. It was fun growing up, though. It take a long time when so much fun going on to realize you even growing up in poverty. Everybody, because you got so many friends, and when you're younger, it don't really, it didn't really matter too much about the things you can't take with us, and the things that ain't really valuable, things of the world. So we didn't really pay attention. But once you got older, that's when you start realizing, like, this low income housing where we stay at.
What are the parks and centers that you would go to as a kid to have fun?
Um, the Alba Center, I think that's the Pueblo Recreation Center. It's sit right there on 53rd and Alba Street, 54th and Alba Street, right there in the corner right there in Slawson Park. That's like the main one, but I went to both.
Okay. And at some point, you got affiliated with the Pueblo Bishops. What what was going on during your years as a kid during the time you decided to make that decision?
So by me being born over there, it's not really like a decision to be made. These basically everybody that's from the hood, like I grew up with them, right? So if we go out, I'm raised to shit. If the Pueblos fight, you fight. If the Pueblos disrespected, you don't let that go down. So I think I was just born in this shit, but I kind of stayed cleared of too much bullshit. I stayed out the way a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Now, over the years, that section of the east side, the low bottoms of South LA, has been seeing a lot of Latinos moving in. It's now a majority Latinos over there. What was it like seeing that transition? Because you probably grew up around a lot of Mexicans and Central Americans.
Um, shit, yeah, shit. It's been shit, as long as I can remember. It always been Mexicans over there. You know what I'm saying? So that had to be like probably the '80s when it started fading away. Because my pops tell me about it. My mama tell me about it. How the projects used to be like 98% black. But it wasn't like that when I grew up though. It was a lot of blacks, but we were the minority. Us and the Cambodians, we probably had like an equal amount of us over there.
Now, did the Cambodians integrate themselves into Pueblo Bishops, or they had their own thing, Oriental boys?
Um, Oriental boys, fathers, Oriental boys, but they in the hood too, so it's kind of like whoever doing something to them, they gotta come to the hood. So I wouldn't say we share enemies or nothing. No, I don't really know the Asian politics like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of the OBZs though.
Okay. And I know for a while that the big Latino gang over there, 38th Street, it's been it's been up between the 38th Streets and the Pueblo Bishops. Was it like that during your years coming up?
Yeah, yeah. We always have to worry about them coming through. Because they just shoot at the crowd. They don't give a like they shoot at whoever out. I remember one time being out. I probably was grown when this happened, but it's a closed case. It was a party going on 53rd in Long Beach, but it was mostly like it was probably like a mixture because the homie his baby mama a Mexican, so it was like her family. So my mama was at the party, but I was on the folk. I was on 54, like over there where you interview Project Bo at. The black crowd was over there, so it was a shooting that happened. they shot at the party. They killed somebody that night, like a Hispanic dude, you know. But that definitely went on. That definitely went on. I remember where I used to go to Ross Snyder. I've been to the Alameda swap meet a lot of times, but I just remember where when once it was said we couldn't go, I remember getting in trouble for even getting seen over there. From my uncle seen me over there. I got my ass whooped. You feel me? So yeah,
So the Alameda swap meet is an area, for those that don't know, that's dominated by the Latinos that live over there, and the 38. It's in 38th Street Hood, basically.
right, exactly.
Okay, so at what point did you decide that you was gonna do content? I think you started with rapping, but now you're doing reactions. What made you make that move?
Watching watching other podcasts and shit, and just hearing about really the money being made, and they a lot of content creators brag about rappers being broke and them having more money. So I'm like, shit, I need to transition that way and see what's that about. So that's how it all started. Rap is my first love. I still do it. Like I got my home equipment, my home studio set up right here. I do all my recording right here. But what made me make the transition is, I'm a fan of YouTube too. I like the things I react to. I'm a fan of. So I started reacting to music, and shit. I made my way to start reacting to, like, just regular content of things going on in the world. But I was watching YouTubers. I'm seeing the views. I'm seeing a lot of street people too making their way towards YouTube. I think Nina Boy was one of the first dudes I seen on YouTube. DJ Ghost, I used to watch him.
Okay, so your name has popped up recently because of this situation that I guess it's got a lot of moving parts and a lot of people involved. It's got Flakko, Poetik Flakko's involved because he did a story, and it's got Wack 100 involved, and it's got Project Bo involved, and then your name kind of got dragged into it as well. So I wanted to ask you some questions about this situation. Is so let's start off with how did your name get pulled into this situation in the first place?
So my name got put in this situation because I happen to be a subscriber of Poetik Flakko, and I seen the video about the taco. Because first I seen the video that the news had did, and I think I reacted to the news clip first. That was my first reaction I did.
The LAPD says there was an argument just before the gunfire, and it all unfolded just steps away from a busy taco stand.
NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi joins us live from the LAPD headquarters after talking with witnesses. Camilla.
Hi, Jonathan and Kathy. Telemundo 52 spoke with the brother of the man who was killed. I also spoke with one man who was working at the taco stand last night. He told me he heard about 7 to 8 gunshots. Let's go ahead and get you to some video from earlier. In this clip, you can see several bullet holes in a fence near the stand. The LAPD says the shooting was reported just before 2 in the morning near the intersection of Holmes and Slawson Avenues. As you mentioned earlier, there are a number of businesses in the area. Police say a man walked toward a car and there was some sort of an argument. Police say the man was then shot and the shooter took off in a car. It is unclear at this point what led up to the argument. The family of the man who was killed has identified him as 30-year-old Deshaun Coleman. They shared a photo of him with our team.
But then I seen that Poetik Flakko had caught wind of it. I'm like, damn, like this what gotta happen for the Peblos to get some attention around his mouth. I'm like, so I seen Poetik Flakko speaking on it, and by me reacting to I already reacted to a video before the Poetik Flakko one, the news channel video. So I just felt like it was some good content for me to react to by Poetik Flakko having such a big platform. And he's mentioning, and then Young Ant Jefe got a big name on YouTube also. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like me reacting to that type of content with them speaking on the hood will be good.
So basically, a guy named Lil Bandit from your section gets shot and killed at the Slawson taco truck, and shortly thereafter, um, Young Ant Jefe gets arrested for something completely unrelated. Somehow Flakko decides to do this video, and in the video, well, he did multiple videos on Young Ant Jefe getting arrested, but in one of the videos, he made it he implicated him in the Lil Bandit homicide that now we know he has nothing to do with, and somehow he credited you as the one that provided that information to a certain degree.
Yeah, he flipped the script on me. He threw me under the bus like he said it.
Yeah, so let me play this one clip of Flakko, and then I want to get your reaction to it.
Place. A high-ranking gang member from Pueblo's, Young Woo, it looks like he's not letting Young Ant Jefe off the hook completely just yet, because he dropped a video where he essentially names Young Ant Jefe and backs up the story that Young Ant Jefe and this dude had an altercation. Now,
okay, so that's the first part. What do you? He's basically kind of say that you're backing the story that I guess he created, suggesting that it was part of your it's partially your story.
Right. He tried to throw it on me. When I seen that, I said, damn, he done flipped the script on me.
Did you try to reach out to him? Did you want to talk to him, or how did it go after you saw that?
Well, when I seen that, first of all, I got a lot of backlash. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole lot of backlash. I mean, I ain't never seen so many disrespectful comments. You know what I'm saying? But when I seen it, I'm like, damn. I'm like, they got me in a hot seat. So I just had to, everybody who spoke on me, I kind of like reacted to their video and responded to them.
Okay, so you actually did your attempt at trying to clear your name, because basically what it seemed like was that you're the first one to say that Young Ant was involved in the murder of Lil Bandit, and that Flakko was using your video to support that story.
Correct. That's exactly what Flakko did.
Okay, I got one more Flakko clip I want you to hear, and here it goes.
Still blaming Ant for that murder, apparently. But shout out to Remo, man. Me and Remo has been on the phones trying to get y'all the most information we can get y'all, man. Remo has been a big help. He's been on the phones as well, doing some really, really, really great investigation and detective work when it comes to this case, man. But I'll be real with y'all guys, man. The Pueblo Bloods, they're still blaming Young Ant Jefe for this.
Okay, so he played that video after playing the video of you in the car.
Right.
So what was it like when he was doing all of this to you?
Man, it seemed like the whole YouTube world, the internet world was against me for a minute. You know, it was people in the comments talking about, oh, I'm not watching you no more. You lie snitching on Young Ant Jefe. You trying to get him a case. I seen other YouTubers taking stuff and ran with it. They was making up stuff talking about my sister want to get me DP'd, all kind of shit.
Okay, so I guess the only backlash that really matters is the backlash from your community and the people that you grew up with and that know you. Did you have to deal with any of that?
Well, before the video even got snatched up and went viral, they was already kind of like telling me to take it down or whatever, like take it down. And you know, I had a lot of people telling me to take it down. My sister being one of them. That's before they grabbed it and made it go viral. But yeah, I dealt with a lot of backlash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot. But nobody did nothing to me though. You know what I'm saying? But it was a rumor that I got a DP. You know, I know Munchie B be talking about. I see him say the Pueblo's gonna handle it or whatever. But nah, nothing happened to me.
Okay. Now Munchie did speak on this situation where he was saying, why would you, Young Woo, a guy that's from a real area that's got an area that's got a huge reputation, why would you rely on the word of a guy, a Liberian dude who grew up in Montana / Pennsylvania, speaking on some LA shit?
Okay, so I know because I just reacted to y'all interview too. I'm gonna post that probably later on. But anyway, um, see, all I did was react to it. So the thing about it was, it wasn't my normal way of reacting. I usually take it to YouTube and do a full reaction, but I went, I did like I just picked up my phone and reacted to it that way. First, I posted Poetik Flakko video, like both his videos. I broke it down into like 2 clips. And then I did my own video, and you know that's when I seen Remo. I seen when Remo came to follow me. I told my girl, I'm like, babe, Remo just came follow me. You know, I be seeing he be on No Jumper, so I'm like, okay, I'm kind of going viral. But then later on, when I seen Poetik Flakko had my video, I'm like, oh, Remo seen me posting these clips. He came, took the clips, sent it to Poetik Flakko. So I think that's what occurred.
Okay, now I don't know how much you want to get into this, but there's been, I mean, Wack already said it on one of the episodes of the Adam and Wack show that he gave the video to Flacco.
But just like it felt like you might have had advanced knowledge of the fact that this killing happened.
Nah, I never knew nothing about it. I don't know them dudes over there. I'm not really.
So you have people from that community who are telling you shit, but they did not tell you that.
Nah, we didn't know nothing about it. And on top of that, 2 of my people that's on my team that talk to them dudes every day, they didn't know nothing about it. Think about it. 600 reported on the taco shit.
Yeah.
I'm the one gave Flacco the video.
Okay, of the taco shop.
Yeah, I gave Flacco the video.
You were convinced by the taco thing temporarily?
Well, I got a call from over there saying Ant's in jail for killing the homie.
Right.
And I'm like, well, shit, they don't know that. He said, Wack, the other dude already from his neighborhood, the dude with the gap in his mouth, Young Woo is his name, right?
Yeah.
Had already said it, right? So then when I called over there, they said, bro, we got the video. They sent me the video. So when I'm looking at the video, I'm like, I see a bunch of people, and you know, I don't really know Ant's cars like that. I'm like, all right, well, he been picked up. They say, Wack, here go the video to it. So I sent it to Flacco. Even in that, all I seen was Ant possibly, if he was there, they're pulling off.
He admitted that he gave the video to Flacco, and he's claiming he's tapped in with somebody over in the Pueblos, and he got the video and gave it to Flacco. Did you hear that episode where Wack was actually admitting that part?
Yeah, I seen that episode. I was flabbergasted because I was wondering how did Poetik Flakko get that video? Like, you know, it blew my mind that, you know, somebody would send that to Wack 100 knowing not only will he reveal his sources, but y'all know he got problems with Jefe. He gonna paint the narrative how he want to paint it, and he willing to throw whoever under the bus, you know, to make him look like the good guy.
Now, were you ever accused of being the one who sent that video to Wack 100?
Nah, they never accused me of doing that. Never.
Okay. And do you want to share any opinions on that, or you want to leave that alone?
Do I want to share any opinions on that? Well, I just don't think that nobody should have sent Wack 100 the video. You know, whoever sent it to him, you know, that's out of line. You know, I don't know who specifically sent Wack the video, because he texted me saying that he gave a video to Flacco after he seen my video, but then he said somebody else sent it to him like after that. So I don't know. It kind of didn't make sense. Like if you already sent the video to Poetik Flakko, why would you need somebody to send you the video? So, you know, bottom line is it happened in the Pueblos, so you know it had to come from over there. You know
okay, so you're in communication with Wack 100, and how did that come about?
So when this shit first started going, you know, Wack 100 pissed me off because, first of all, a couple months ago, he hit me up, like he been following me for a couple months, and then I be doing content, so he had hit me like, here go my number, if you want me to support anything, hit my direct line, you know, it kind of raised a red flag because I'm like, what this nigga with me? Like, I rap. You feel me? I rap. You ain't talking about you coming, you trying to put me in a studio on tour or something. You ain't talking about that. But I had kind of like went viral in like last year in November, you know, when basically some drama with me and Hood Trophy Bino. I don't know. You know, we had a little, I guess a little back and forth. So I think Wack 100 thought that, okay, he got into with one of his homies or somebody from his hood. When he say support, this is my direct line. To me, you know, I already kind of thought it, but now that fast forward to this going on, he was looking for somebody to feed him information, you know, which would never be me. That'd never be me to feed Wack 100 no information. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about everybody I told, hey, first of all, they was trying to call me, they was trying to act like I'm trying to be like Wack 100. And I had ended up telling my pops, I'm like, yeah, he gave me his number. He gave me his number. He like, no, don't fuck with him. Don't fuck with him. Woo woo. I'm telling you, don't fuck with him. Dude, I fuck with him. They the police. That's what he, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, see, I'm just telling you, he gave me his number. I ain't did nothing with him yet. I'm trying to figure out when he gonna give me an opportunity or something. But anyway, because you talking about support me, like, so I do content. You gonna bring me on a show or something like that. But anyway, when this all occurred, I told Wack 100 like interview me or you know let's go live, son. Bring me the No Jumper so I could clear it up. He like, nah, you said it already. It's too late. Like basically, nah, you said it already. It's too late. You can't go back on your story. It came from your mouth and you from over there. So that's how he did me. I'm like, oh, he tried to from jump. He was trying to put me in a trick bag. He got me.
All right, man. I think you covered all the bases, man. We're about at the end of this interview. Just let everybody know where they can tap in with you on your socials.
Um, First, come subscribe to my YouTube. You know, Young Woo. I got a couple of YouTube channels. On the Block News is my YouTube channels, but and on Instagram is Young Boss Woo _ and then I got another Instagram for my YouTube on the Block News. Make sure y'all tap in with me. You know, and Alex, man, listen, man. You know, I just want to say, you know, I appreciate, you know, you taking the time out your day, you know, to, you know, give me the stage on your platform. You know, I've been a fan. I've been Street Gangs TV or StreetGangs.com was my first introduction because at one time I didn't know about nothing but the Pueblos. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about gangs. That opened the doors to me learning about shit. So I was always interested into the gang shit. I guess politics or whatever. So I appreciate you, you know, doing this for me or with me. And, you know, I hope to, hey, man, I want to be a part of this somehow, man. I want to do future content with you. You know, people like my perspectives. You feel me? I'm a level-headed dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not confrontational. Oh, yeah, to Munchie Beat. I ain't got no problem with Munchie Beat. I know it's content, you know.